front men, and Philly checks in Kubo, and it's Jefferson puts it away.
Living reflections from a dream.
Yo guys, and welcome to episode 10 of the Frangerine Dream with me, Mor-Fran Schneiderlin. How is it going? We've had a decent little time in the last couple of months. It's the 4th of November and Blackpool FC are sitting pretty at 5th in League One. Fair play to Mansfield as well. They just pipped us to an automatic promotion spot last season and they're fucking second. They're 6 points ahead of us. We've done well. They've done bloody extremely well. But anyway, we've got a bit of a different episode today. I'm going to show you, we're playing Bristol Rovers away in the FA Cup first round. Bristol Rovers are 17th in League 2. So for, I think for the first time in one of my videos, I'm going to be showing you a game against lower league opposition. I mean, for reasons I'll come to in a second, I'm pretty pessimistic about it, but it should be interesting. And then in the Checker Trade Trophy, we've got Manchester United under 23s. And although it doesn't look like it from here, well, one name stands out. There might be a couple of interesting cameos. So it's going to be a different episode. Absolutely a different episode to usual when we're just playing the teams in our league. Anyway, let's get into it. I've got a lot to tell you about. Obviously, when we last spoke after the Swansea game, the transfer window wasn't quite over. We did pretty well in the last week of the transfer window. I will show you what has happened. So firstly, we brought in a couple of kids. This is Paddy Brannigan. We brought him in from Crusaders for £26,500. He has since gone on loan to Barrow, and he's doing bloody well actually at Barrow. I've not checked in a few games, but he's played 7, scored 1, assisted 2, 2 player of the match, and 7.63 average rating. Brilliant, well in Paddy. He's got fairly rounded stats for a central midfielder. He'd need to be sort of a deep liar. His crossing and dribbling and finishing isn't that great, but in terms of first touch, marking, passing, especially a couple of these mental attributes and especially these physical attributes, he has the potential to be a good central midfielder. So yeah, we've brought in a midfielder in the Mor-Fran Schneiderlin role in Paddy Brannigan, and we've bought a replacement for Jimmy Lockie. This is Corey Knowles. He's made a couple of sub appearances in the last couple of matches. We brought him in from Carrick for not even £1,000, £925 we bought him from Carrick for. He is primarily a cam. We're training him as a central midfielder just so, you know, he's that bit more versatile. Excellent first touch, excellent technique, good team player, good worker, good flair, good aggression. Maybe a decent shadow striker with this aggression, and decent physical stats as well. So he's an exciting young player, and again 6 foot, so he's a big lad as well. A lot of these youngsters we're bringing in are quite tall, quite powerful. So yeah, excited to see how he and the rest of them develop. Unless we just sell them on for 1.6 million, I'm happy either way. And the last of the kids that we bought for now was Keith O'Sullivan. Keith O'Sullivan is a striker, and I am bloody excited about him. He's gone straight on loan to Carlisle, who are now in the Vanarama National League. But look at this, 17 years old, 6'1". Finishing is insane, heading is great, technique is great, determination just the best it can be. Good team player once again, and well-rounded physical stats, good little bit of pace as well. So Keith O'Sullivan, I think, is my new favourite of our youth prospects. He has got fucking everything. He looks brilliant. Our deadline day double swoop, though, started with this man. Son of the oddly shaped rock that is Steve Bruce. It's Alex Bruce, capped twice for Northern Ireland. He's getting on a bit, he's 33, he's lost a bit of pace, but fuck, right? Just once more, fuck. Yeah, mental stats are insane. The big 3 technical stats are very, very good. And he's got good strength as well. Physicals aren't all that bad except for his pace, which is poor. Yeah, and he's been fairly solid. We'll come on to it in a bit more detail in a bit, but he's been fairly solid since he came in. He's been starting if we've been playing in that back three that you've seen recently, but we have also been going back to the 4-2-3-1 on occasion, and he doesn't get into the back four if we do that. But that's just for now. He's not been able to displace Aldred or Robertson as of yet. But the second player we brought in on deadline day, it's a big name, a top Premier League goal scorer. He's got Adam in his name. So no, it's not. It's Adam Lafondra. Adam Lafondra, not Charlie Adam. In fact, let's just show you Charlie Adam because it broke my fucking heart. Charlie Adam has gone to Portland Timbers. It's not as though he's even gone for like 1 year. He's gone for 2 years. I can't buy him out with this value. I'll have to wait till fucking he's 33 before we can get him. But never mind. Let's go back to the Adam that we do have. Adam Lafondra. And when this was one of them that came up on my newsfeed, my scouts said, you know, we could do with an improvement up front, as they regularly do. And the name on there was Adam Lafondra. And this was on deadline day. I was like, yes, obviously, Adam. If Adam Lafondra is available, we go and get Adam Lafondra. He's a brilliant goal scorer. Why am I only finding out about it on deadline day? But after that, we moved quickly for him and we brought him in. And he has made 10 appearances overall and scored 4 goals, getting 2 assists and getting a good average rating. Oh, he's just so brilliant. He's got 15 finishing, 15 composure, 17 penalty kicks, which is a big plus, especially as we have a couple of cup ties today. 15 anticipation as well. He's just a brilliant, brilliant poacher and an advanced forward. So we've been dabbling with his roles in the team. But yeah, that's all the transfers we have brought in. And just a few youngsters went out on loan, but other than that, we didn't send anyone away. So let's just have a quick look at the results since we last spoke. So we beat Coventry in the league. Marlon Pack bagged himself a free kick and Theo Robinson got one for himself. That was very good. First game of the Checkatrade Trophy group stage, we drew with Shrewsbury, Carlton Cole getting the goal. And then we lost to Bolton in a pretty heartbreaking game because this was the first match after we'd signed Lafondra and Bruce, so they both came off the bench. And immediately Lafondra had a hand in setting up Carlton Cole's goal. 2 minutes later, Bolton equalised, and under 10 minutes after that, Alex Bruce scored an own goal. So not the best start to Brucey Jr.'s Blackpool career, but could have been worse. He was severely lacking match fitness. He was only having half an hour to get his fitness up a bit. We then had a very credible 2-2 draw with Gillingham, with Adam Lafondra getting a second half double to secure that for us. That was very, very good. He actually started that match up front alongside Carlton Cole, which is a decent partnership. I've not really worked out what the best partnership is up front. If we do go with 2 up front, is it Lafondra and Cole? Is it Lafondra and Philliskirk? Is it Cole and Philliskirk? Still not sure at the minute, still experimenting. In the next game, we lost to Chesterfield at home. A Ched Evans double in an otherwise shit game. Carlton Cole got one back for us, but Jack Payne ended the match 20 minutes early for everyone because it just died after he got sent off. So that was disappointing. We then took all that frustration out on Wimbledon. Philliskirk, Timon, Cole and Lafondra getting the goals in a 4-2 rout. Then a very credible 0-0 draw with Sheffield Wednesday, who kicked us all over the fucking place, but we got out of there with a point. I still have no idea how they're in this fucking league. They usually get promoted, don't they? In like the first 2 seasons, they get promoted to the Premier League. Oh, not when I'm in League One, they don't. Anyway, next match was 2-1 win over Millwall. Charlie Lee and Billy Clark getting the goals. We then played Bolton again and took out revenge for that 2-1 defeat by beating them 3-1. Carlton Cole, Danny Philliskirk and Adam Lafondra getting the goals. Alex Bruce had a bloody good game at centre-back as well. Good on him. We then just completely failed to show up at home against Fleetwood and got beaten 2-1. But in what's starting to become a bit of a pattern, we then took that frustration out on Luton and beat them 4-0. Billy Clark getting 2, Cole and Kane bagging 1 each. And this is why I'm feeling pessimistic for the Bristol Rovers match, right? Because I saw that I was playing at home against Bradford City, who were comfortably bottom of League One. I think they had like 5 points from however many games this is. And I instantly just thought, I'm going to lose. Because I think, I don't know what it is. If you're playing the worst team in the league at home, I think it's just impossible to motivate the players in Football Manager. I think that's a genuine complaint I have with it. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, we're just not going to win. And how did it actually go, the match? I don't think we were particularly good. No, it was a fairly even match. We had 3 half chances, but it was just shit. The players just weren't up for it. But then the last 2 games before now were both 3-1 wins over a decent Reading team. Well, a decent looking Reading team on paper. They had a few good players. They had, obviously, Cisco got the goal for them. McElhaney and Pennington from the Everton Academy. Will Keane was in there as well. Not a bad little striker for a League One side. But yeah, they had a decent team, but they just weren't good enough. And we took them apart, especially in the second half. I mean, even by the time Danny Williams was sent off, we were 2-1 up. And Reading just never found a way back into the match. Colton Cole, Phyllis Kirk and GTF got the goals. And then we beat Southend 3-1 as well. Goals coming from a GTF penalty, Michael Caine and Colton Cole in a thoroughly one-sided match. I think Southend getting that late goal made it look a little bit respectable. It shouldn't have been. It should have been at least 5-0. But I felt a bit bad, right? Because in this year's Footy Manager, I really struggled to get going with it for a good few months. And then I started the save with Sunderland, trying to save them from relegation. I promptly failed and got sacked in about January. And the only club that had have me was Southend. And it turned into a fucking brilliant save. I think I only did about 3 seasons because then I started doing these videos and I just didn't have time to carry on with it. But yeah, I felt a bit bad just thrashing Southend because they sort of got me into this year's game and kept me hooked on it. So now that we are all caught up, let's get into the first match of the day against Bristol Rovers. We've got a pretty big squad, which is why in this Bristol Rovers match I thought it might be interesting for you to see a second string, really. I'm going to give a chance to some of the players that I don't play often, and also some of the youngsters. So Bristol Rovers are setting out their stall to not get beaten. Fair enough, they've got 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs, 3 centre-mids and 2 strikers. I don't think I know any of the players. They've got J-Tab in centre-mid, who I think used to be quite good when he was a bit younger. He was at Reading, wasn't he? Yeah, Reading for a bit. Other than that, I don't think I know any of these guys. So let's get to our lineup. So as I say, it's mainly a second string team for the players who just haven't played much. And it should be interesting to see how they do, how motivated they are for this match. We've got Bobdrick in goal because our other goalkeeper, Phatt, is injured but also shit. I gave him a few games, I think I gave him 4 games earlier on the season. And he conceded nearly every shot on target that came at him. So I don't think we'll see Phatt back in the squad for a good long time. Anyway, but he is injured, so Bobdrick is in goal. We have got the legendary T-Hibby at right back. The evergreen T-Hibby, not showing his age whatsoever. He starts at right back. We've got Alex Bruce, Will.i.am's son. Oh, I tell you what, no, there's no way we're doing this. Right, there we go. So, in a nearly completely nicknamed back line, we have T-Hibby, Brucey's son, Will.i.am's son, Irvine, that shit versatile fullback I showed you last time. Centre midfield 2, we have Charlie Lee and Jim McAllister. In front of them we have Baldwin, Richard Baldwin, who is an 18-year-old who I think came up through our academy. He did. He's got decent physical stats, good team player and a good worker, and that's about it. But he's going to be playing as a shadow striker. For some reason he's wanted by Blackburn, actually. Major interest from Blackburn. So, don't know how that's going to go. Next to him is Corey Knowles, who I showed you before, the young cam that we signed. He's going to be playing as an advanced playmaker. And next to him is Brad Potts, who has been injured for a while, but even before he was injured, struggled to get a game. And up front we have Adam Lefondre, because he has not been in the team all that often. I've been keeping him as an impact sub, so he is going to start today and show us what he can do. As I say, by the way, I thought this would be pretty interesting, just so you could see some of the young kids and the people who aren't making the first team regularly. If you don't like this idea, just let me know in the comments, and we won't do it again. But I thought it'd be quite interesting. Let me know either way what you think. Here is Richard Baldwin, the new young right winger. He's had a go. Fucking hell, that was a good effort. He was going towards the top corner, but Ops were saved. Here come Bristol Rovers. Harper to Leadbitter. Come on, show us what you got. That's a good ball over the top. Harper's beaten Williamson to it. He lays it off for Taylor. Was he offside? He wasn't offside. We're bloody losing. And it's Matty Taylor. I don't think I've told you this, but I really fucking tried to sign Matty Taylor in the summer. This was before the Jimmy Lockie money came in, because last season in League One he scored 17 goals in 46. So I thought that's not a bad return for a striker who's going down to League 2. I could do with him in League 1, so I tried to sign him. They wanted sort of up to $1 million for him, so ended up deciding that was going to be too much for him. But he has come back to bite us on the arse, so brilliant. Matty Taylor scores for Bristol Rovers. Let's have a look at this replay. It was a brilliant ball over the top. Maybe we're a bit too high up. It was a good effort from Bobdrick. Fucking hell, maybe he belongs in this B team. But yeah, good goal by Bristol Rovers. That was a good goal by them, punctuated by mistakes by us. It was mainly them. J-Tab's cross into the box. Bobdrick does catch it this time, although he'd have been fucked if, I think it was J-Tab, no, he took the free kick, if whoever that was had actually reached the ball and headed it into the empty net. Here comes Matty Taylor for Bristol again. Lee Brown chips inside, McAllister gets it away, Brown puts it back in, Harper nodded on, Taylor, oh good save Bobdrick, good lad. I'm going to drop the line back to slightly deeper, and in fact we're also going to play more direct, just because we might have a few gaps in the team with the line dropping back a bit. Here is Corey Knowles, Jim McAllister, Brad Potts. What can you do, Bradley? Irvine. Irvine puts it into Brad Potts in the centre, but he's lost it to Dreyer. What a shitty fucking back pass. And Adam Lefondre is not going to say no to a chance like that. One of the most natural goal scorers outside the Premier League, Adam Lefondre. You give him a chance like that, he's going to fucking put it away. Good lads! Okay, so 1-1 at the break. We've got a bench full of youngsters and rejects as well, who haven't been playing that often. So we could bring some of them on. Brad Potts hasn't been playing particularly well, but I do want to get that match sharpness back up for him. I think for now, I'm just going to say that I'm disappointed and just leave him to it. Richard Baldwin's looking a bit nervous, so I will actually give him a specific pressures off. There we go, seems relaxed, good lad. Oh, here we go, Bristol have got a highlight, but we've cut it out. William's son, Leadbitter, coming up the right wing. He plays it down the line for Harper. Again, our defence is just nowhere to be found. Matty Taylor, he's done us again. It's just so easy for them to get down the sides of us. So this was the ball down the wing. Leadbitter played it ahead of Harper, who left William's son for dead. And crossed it in. Matty Taylor's volley into the top corner. Great finish. Probably should have signed him. But never mind. We are overstocked with great strikers at the minute, so we won't let it worry us too much. Harper finding space again, gets it through to Matty Taylor again. This time Bobdrick puts it behind. Oh, we've been so on top. How have we not? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell us to play fairly narrow. that should sort out the problems we've got in Bristol finding space all over the place amongst our defenders. And what I'm also going to do is bring on Theo Robinson for Adam Lafondra and Mark Yates for Brad Potts. I would kind of like to do well in this competition, but I'm not overly arsed. So the main point of today is to see some of these players in action. Oh, it's a long ball over the top for Harper. Harper's through and Harper's finished it off again. I didn't even know that was going to be a highlight. I thought it was just doing that thing where it shows you a bit of play after you've made a change for some weird reason. But no, Ledbetter played it through for Harper. This combination of Williamson and Irvine will probably never be seen in Blackpool colours again. It has been absolutely shocking. And we're going to overload for the last 5 minutes, but I think we're crashing out of the FA Cup first round to lower league opposition. I mean, it's interesting. It's one of those matches where we probably could have done with seeing it in extended highlights. Theo Robinson's offside. I mean, by the looks of these stats, you would say there was only one team in this. We've had 17 shots, 8 on target, 5 off target, Bristol have had 4 clear-cut chances, though, to our 1. That's what's giving the game away. So it was just our shitty defence, but they should be better than fucking League 2 players. Even though they're not quite good enough for League 1. Well, I guess that don't quite make sense. But I know what I mean. So I think we could have probably done with seeing what was happening with these chances. So a lot of them are looking frustrated. Bob Drick was absolutely shit. He was meant to be the best player in that team. He's the only one who regularly plays for the first team. I'm just going to say I'm not happy, because I'm not particularly. We've not learned an awful lot, because we didn't see any of our bloody chances. Oh, this is interesting. This has happened plenty of times. Only a few times so far at Blackpool, but it happened a lot when I was in charge of Sheffield in my Men of Steel save. I was linked with all sorts of jobs, but that's not really what this save's about. I don't want to go to Leeds and make them good. I want to make Blackpool good. Jeffers not interested in Leeds' job. Bang on. And this is weird as well. Apparently the best player on our team in that match was Williamson. But all I saw from the highlights we were shown was him getting repeatedly beaten by the ball over the top. So I'm not quite so sure. Williamson is not really featured this season. I'm not sure he will. I've got him listed for loan, just in case anyone wants to take him and give him a bit of experience, but I can't see where he fits in anymore. A little bit of transfer news for you. In the interests of getting the band back together, I have brought in 34-year-old playmaker and Welsh international David Vaughan, who of course was a part of that great midfield when they came up to the Premiership and then left to join Sunderland after they got relegated. To be honest, I've been umming and ahhing about signing him since he left Nottingham Forest in June. I thought he's nowhere near good enough to get into the first team. Fair enough, he has got very good technical stats and pretty good mental stats. These physical stats really let him down. I don't really think we need him. I mean, this is proper hypocritical after I brought in Gary Taylor-Fletcher. But yeah, I just couldn't bear seeing him anymore, just with no club. But yeah, I have brought him in. He's going to get fit by playing for our under-23s. He might get a game at some point. But yeah, David Vaughan has come in and we're getting the band back together. All we need now is the fucking knobhead that's at Portland Timbers. Right, and so we go to our second game, Blackpool against Manchester United under-23s. I'm hoping for a couple of interesting cameos from Man U. That's basically the reason I've chosen this game to be televised, as we say in the business. Right, you've seen the reserves, and now it's time for these. Anyway, Let's go. Right. First of all, you will notice there is a heartbreaking lack of Rooney in that 18 of Manchester United's. I thought this was going to be the game where our paths cross finally. Franny and Wanny? Does that work? Franny and Wanny crossing paths. Not going to happen today though. Today we face Sam Johnston, Fagner, Phil Jones, whoever Ola Sunday is, Spratt. In fact, this midfield looks very good. They have got Gribbin, Herrera, Schweinsteiger, Pereira. And up front they have got Durnley and Proctor, neither of which I have heard of before. But okay, yeah, they might absolutely win it in the midfield. You can't play a World Cup winner in an under-23 match. That's just not fair. Bloody hell, Bastian Schweinsteiger. Let's have a look at him. He's bloody brilliant still. In Premier League terms, he's got no pace, but there's no chance of us getting him, is there? Let's give him a cheeky scout. Josh Timon floats the free kick in. Robertson's there, off the bar. Ola Sunday clears it for a corner. It's been a very even game so far. Right, so at half time, I think we've been unlucky there. I think we've been unlucky to come in at 0-0. Should really be winning it. Okay, yeah, just a few words. I think I'm going to bring off GTF because he's on a 6.3 and that's not great. So Brad Potts comes on for GTF and we get back out there. Let's get onto the pitch. Tiendali, could this actually be a chance? Phyllis Kirk's header off the bloody bar again. Fagner gets it away. Right, 25 minutes to go and nothing has happened yet in the second half. Apart from that chance where we hit the bar 30 seconds after the break. Jack Payne's coming on for Marlon Pack because he's not played particularly well. And I think we're going to get Colton Cole off, bring on Adam Lafondra as an advanced forward. As Man United have probably gotten a little bit comfortable thinking, oh, it's just Colton Cole. He's quite strong, but he's not quick at all. We've got the beating of him. Whereas Adam Lafondra, he's less brawn, he's more brain. He's more getting into those right positions. 10 minutes from time and we have the first highlight of the second half. It's a long ball down the left wing for Man United. Tom Aldred is dilly-dallying on the ball. Plays it inside for Robertson. Except Robertson... Listen, it takes two to pass. It takes one to pass. Wait. Yeah, it takes one to pass. It takes one to receive the pass. It's like the saying it takes two to tango. If one person's trying to tango with you and you just fall on the floor, that doesn't count as a tango. So that doesn't count as a good pass. You know? Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Don't act like that doesn't make sense. We're going on to overload. Can you believe it? Very pleased with how this video is going. Yeah, thanks for asking. Timon crossing it into the far post. Aldred heads it. Fucking hell, what a header. Was that Aldred? Tom Aldred, second goal of the season. Great equaliser. That was a very good header. I didn't expect that. It felt like one of those games. To be honest, right after half time, I looked at this and I saw, oh, we've hit the woodwork twice. That means we're going to lose. So when they scored, I thought there was no way. I thought there was no way back. I thought it was just going to be, that's that. I mean, there's still time to lose. Don't get me wrong, but that's a bloody good equaliser. Well done, Tom. We're staying on overload for the 3 minutes of injury time, and it's now a penalty shootout. Right, we've now got a very good track record with penalty shootouts. Adam Lafondra obviously will take penalty number 1 because he has got 17 penalties, 17 composure. After that, it's going to be Danny Philliskirk for his composure. Then it's going to be Michael Caine. No, I'm going to change that up. Adam Lafondra, Michael Caine, Billy Clark, then Philliskirk with his composure, and then Dwight Tiendali to take the. So it probably will all rest on Dwight Tiendali's shoulders, and he's got 8 for penalties. So nothing can possibly go wrong with this plan. I am so confident. Here we go. Bastian Schweinsteiger steps up to take the first one for Man U. He's sent Bobdrick Bobdrick did his sort of little shimmy that I'm beginning to associate with him from penalties. Adam Lefondra steps up, just rolls it into the bottom corner. It was like he weren't even bothered. It was so easy for him. Wagner, good save, Bobdrick. You little fucking dick. Michael Caine steps up. Michael Caine, you're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. He saved it. He saved Michael Caine's penalty. Phil Jones now for Manchester United. It's bloody saved by Bobdrick. I'm always surprised when it goes well for us. Have you noticed? Billy Clark steps up. Billy Clark blasts it into the top corner. Perfect. Brilliant penalties. I think they've been secretly working on penalties without my permission. Might have to have a look into that. Gribbin puts it away. That's a good penalty. Young Gribbin. I wonder if they're using him. Can we take him on loan? Can we give him a cheeky scout? Daniel Philliskirk. He's put it straight down the middle. I couldn't find my cursor to get rid of these under 23 ratings. But Danny Philliskirk has put it straight down the middle. And Proctor must score again. He has scored. It is 3-3. And it's all on the shoulders of one man. One right back. One Dwight Tiendali. I mean, it doesn't particularly work for the audio medium when you just put your hands in the air in celebration. But now that I'm telling you, it does work. It wasn't a good match. It was not a good match, and I'm worried that this is becoming a theme. We have our best matches when I'm not showing them. So that's quite worrying. I'm not happy with the performance. Dwight Tiendali, don't seem demotivated because you scored the winning penalty. I'm very happy with your... Wow. Not only now is Dwight Tiendali switched off, Billy Clark has switched off after I praised Dwight Tiendali, and Marlon Pack's angered. Not even that. Marlon Prick, I should call you. But I won't because it's a family show. Is it? Yes. So, I mean, although it was a very shit match, Tom Aldred scored a very good equaliser. We won yet another penalty shootout, which is becoming a trend, and I like it. But let's not downplay the fact that we just beat a team that contained Phil Jones, Ander Herrera, and Bastian Schweinsteiger. 3 players who are well above our pay grade. Excellent, excellent job. And it turns out that neither Schweinsteiger or Gribbin has any interest of making the switch to Blackpool, which is a shame. But anyway, that is where I'm going to end this video, guys. We are still 5th in the league because we have not played any league games. We're out of the FA Cup to a team who are sort of languishing in mid-table of the league below. But we beat Schweinsteiger, and at the end of the day, we beat a World Cup winner. Therefore, we won the World Cup. So yeah, pretty pleased with winning the World Cup on penalties against a German. There's something very satisfying about that. But if you have enjoyed this video, if you're enjoying this series, please leave a like down below. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to our videos as well. I say our because there are my videos and there are Freddie Adu's videos. He has got a save going on with York City, which is a tremendous watch. I recommend you go watch that now. And you can also follow me on Twitter at WT_Franjo. I'm sitting proudly on 2 followers at the minute, and I think they might be bots. So I'm just going to be posting just random stuff while I'm playing through the game off camera. If I see some news items or some transfers that I think are noteworthy, I'll be sticking it on that Twitter. So give us a follow, that'd be great. Oh, and I forgot to mention last time, I'm going to start regularly showing highlights at the end of my videos. And behind the highlights there's going to be music, and all the music I'm using is by Aiur Oscar. So from now on you will be able to find the link to Aiur Oscar's bandcamp in the description under the video. He's got some fucking awesome music. I have not stopped listening to it for a while now. He's got some fucking brilliant stuff, so go and listen to that. But other than that, I will see you next time.
Let's suppose that you
Bye.
were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. and that you could, for example, have the power within one night to dream 75 years of time, or any length of time you wanted to have. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, you would fulfill all your wishes. You would have every kind of pleasure. And after several nights of 75 years of total pleasure each, you would say, well, that's pretty great. Love is self.